Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey there, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, October 19th, 2023. So glad you could join me this morning. It's an honor and a privilege to have people check in with me so early in the morning to take a look at me doing analysis for a trade here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you improve your life, and we do that by teaching you a skill that lets you work less and earn more by learning how to successfully currency trade using our easy to use but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
One of our secret sauces is we're so confident in how well the indicators perform and our ability to teach you to use them that once we've trained you, we let you trade with our money. And to make that work successfully, one of the keys is constantly giving you feedback on your training and giving you instruction. We do that a couple different ways. One is we do have the personalized one-on-one training, but we do live trades like this every day. So when you are a member, we do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. We also do another live trade every evening at 10 p.m. Every Wednesday night, an advanced member meeting where we're discussing trading strategies, and also on Saturday morning where we're just going back to the basics and reviewing the various trade strategies and taking your questions so that everything is clear and that you can do well. In addition, when you are trading our money, we're watching what you're doing. So if you start to draw down the account, we can step in and give correction before you lose the money. So it's great to have a safety net, and that will help you trade better. I work off of a little script that helps me stay kind of focused so I don't miss anything. Every day it is a good habit to restart your green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates. The next kind of most important habit, or actually the most important habit, is at the end of every day to kind of take a look at what you've done, and specifically the things that didn't go the way you wanted, and figure out why, so that you can trade better next time around. It's about continuous improvement, evaluating our actions and taking corrective measures to kind of move us closer to where we want to be. Last Tuesday, we took a trade and it didn't do what we wanted to. So I've gone ahead and set it up so that we can just take a quick look and figure out, what was bad. So we took a sell off the Euro CHF. I've already gone through and kind of teed it up. That's one of the nice things about the indicators is it's got the simulator on it. So you can go back in time to a specific point and take a look at exactly what you were looking at and figure out what it was, or if there's some nuance there that you missed. So here, basically the element of the trade setup, we're trading off of the 1 hour chart. We're looking for situations where the lines, the major and minor lines, are either overbought or oversold. If they're overbought, which they are here, that the lines are going down, which they are, and that we have the double cross, which we do. So that's 3 points. I also like the fact that the green line, the slope on the green line, is greater than 45 degrees, and that it is very close to entering the channel. When I have the 3 points here, I jump up to the TNTs and I count how many of the lines are supporting what I'm seeing, the signal I'm seeing here. So thick orange is coming down, telling me sell. Thin orange is coming down, telling me sell. Dotted blue is going up. Blue lines are inversely related. So when dotted blue goes up, that means sell. So 3 of the 4 are telling me sell here. I want a minimum of 3 telling me sell. Usually the thick blue line is the last to turn. So that's kind of consistent. And then I jump down to the pressure, and I want these lines either going down or I want the red line on top, which I have here. Red line is crossed over. So I've got the 7 points, 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. My confirmation is to take a look at what's going on with the 2 hour and the 4 hour. And here, what I'm looking for is that we're overbought. I don't mind that the lines are going up. I just want them to be overbought. One of the things I'm noticing here in hindsight is we have been overbought for 3 hours here, almost 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's a bit of a problem. When it's overbought like that for an extended time period, it's turned, but it's not coming down. And then if we also look at this line, we've got the kink where it's going from more steep to less steep. So I think this was an issue here versus it just being, if the green line was if the majors look like the minors here, that's a better trade. Now, what I would do, and I'm not going to do it now, but what I would do is then go back and back test for situations when I see this and confirm that, you know what, when it's like this, the setup isn't good. It needs to be more like this. And then the other thing on the 4 hour, we're just reaching overbought versus these lines, the majors. What I'm looking for is the majors versus the majors being overbought. The green line's crossed over, but the red line's still touching the line. So this really needs to be a little bit higher because this is saying that there's a little bit more up in the move. So once we go forward, and the reason I want both of these overbought is if this signal changes, we'll still get the trade before it stops out. But here, there's room up, we could get stopped out. So if we go forward, and I've drawn in the lines, this black line this is where we entered. This is where our take profit is. We took 9 pips on this. So if I go forward, and then you can't see it, but I've got the stop loss in here too. We go forward 1 hour. All right. So we started to get the direction. It started to go positive. Oops. Let me go back. Let's do that again. I hit the automatic button and I didn't want that. All right, so go forward an hour. So to the end of the hour, we're looking good. We're positive. So the move is going in the right direction. This is the direction we wanted. Go forward another hour. The signal changes. That's okay. Sometimes that happens, but because this wasn't because this was coming back, this turned, and then you see this extended over here on the 4 hour. So this is what we really wanted when we wanted the confirmation. We wanted it to look like this, not with the lines down here. So this is okay. It's turned. Let's go forward another hour. Got a doji here. Go forward another hour. All right, it's starting to come back. This isn't a great signal, but looks like it's starting to come back. But then both of these push up. So now it's getting close to our stop loss. Keeps going up. So here's a situation where you could clearly get 11 pips when it's overbought. Stalls out. Starts to come down. Stalls out. Almost at break even. Right about here, I might have just... I think we got stopped out up here, but it's just not showing us. It's too high. I might have just closed the trade if we hadn't got stopped out. All right, now I would have definitely closed the trade as soon as we got back to break even. Now it here's looks like this is when the hour changed. But anyways, the point is it's worthwhile to go back and see what didn't happen or why it didn't happen. So I'm saying that because this was oversold overbought multiple hours, that's one bad sign. And the second bad sign is that the major on the 4 hour really wasn't overbought. It was just touching overbought, so that meant there's more up in the move. So, and there was enough there that it stopped out. So with that, let's jump into our analysis for today. And so the thing I would do next is just to go back and kind of back test to see if I see those situations, if that is indeed true. But just based on me trading for 4 years, when it's hanging out like that, I want a situation where it's just going up and it hasn't been hanging up like that for multiple hours. So we are going to trade off of the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. And again, we just reviewed the signal, but basically we're looking for the red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue is overbought. Horizontal red is oversold. So I'm looking for situations where the lines are either above the overbought line and coming down, or below the oversold line and coming up. We're trading off of a 1 hour. Oops. Light 6 major. Why isn't this updated? There we go. All right. So always good to check and make sure we're on the right chart. This is a composite chart, light 6 major. So it's showing me 6 different currency pairs all on a 1 hour chart. This first chart, they're all US based. So I'm looking for overbought and the line's coming down. They're not here, so I'm just going to pass. Oh, again, let's go back to our checklist. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. Our indicators are very good at being able to predict the direction of the price. And if we can predict the direction of the price, we can make some money off of it. But one of the things we need to do is news impacts currency prices. We want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. So we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks the news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. Don't worry about it. Orange, which is medium impact. I don't worry about the medium impacts, but red is high impact. These are things that move the market. And this morning at 8:30, we have got unemployment claims coming out. So generally, I don't like to trade within the 2-hour window of the announcement, specifically this kind of announcement, because this is a number that's been figured out. They had this number as of yesterday, and they're releasing it this morning. So this is already published, and people know it. And people who have friends where this number is figured out start getting calls telling them what the number is, and they will trade against what it's coming out. So I've noticed that within the 2 hours of this window, you'll start to see some activity that the indicators, they'll start to pick it up, but by the time it gets announced, there's usually kind of a big jump. This kind of red announcement, the Fed chairman speaks. What he's going to say, not that many people have access to. So when somebody's speaking, you can get within the 2. You could probably get a little closer than the 2 hours, but again, I want to stay around it. He's going to probably be talking about interest rates and what they're gonna do. They're probably not going to raise them anymore because they think inflation's under control, and the high interest rates are killing the Treasury because of the amount of interest that the government has to pay to renew its debt, and people aren't buying the bonds. So there's a lot of issues there with the high interest rates. So we're not going to trade the USD this morning. So now let's get back into it. And we've kind of already gone over what the trade signal is that I'm looking for. So if you did not last night, we took 2 trades on the pound yen, which was a sell that actually closed before I went to bed. And we took we had a sell signal on the Euro USD, but because we were sitting on a support line, we took it as a pending order. That didn't hit, so just close that trade out. So that is, we were safe there. That sell stop was worthwhile doing. We may have gotten the 10 pips, but rather be safe than sorry. So here we're overbought. The lines are going up. We're not going to, that's not the signal I'm looking for. Pound USD, oversold. Everybody's going up. And we have the double cross. So this is a good signal. I've got the 3 points. The green line is greater than 45 degrees. It's less than halfway. The lines are clustered. I like that. We've got a kink in the line. We're going from more steep to less steep. So 3 points here. 1, 2, 2 orange lines going up, telling me buy. Dotted blue coming down, telling me buy. So 3 points here. I need a minimum of 3. I've got weak down pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the line and that there's a gap between the lines with the green line on top. So I've got a point here. So I've got 7 points here for the trade setup, but we're going to pass because we've got that news item coming up. We're going to pass, but this is a good setup to trade against. USD, Canadian dollar, we're more than halfway, so I'm going to pass. USD, Swiss franc, more than halfway, going to pass. USD, yen, 3 points. Overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross where the red's on top and the black's on top. Terrific steepness in the green line, less than halfway. So nice setup here. 2 orange lines coming down, and they're coming down very steeply. Dotted blue going up, 3 of the 4 here. And I've got downward pressure, very weak downward pressure. Both lines are going down. Green line's on top. That's okay. I prefer the red line on top, but both lines are going down. So again, this is a nice setup. But we're not going to take it because we've got news coming up within the next 2 hours on the USD. So I've cloned this chart, and these are non-USD pairs. Euro pound, overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross, red and black on top. 2 orange lines coming down, dotted blue coming down, going up, 3 points here. Up pressure with red on top. So I've got 7 points here. But you know what? I'm not crazy. Even though I've got the signal, I'm not crazy about the steepness of the green line. We do seem to have a kink where it's going from more steep to less steep. I want to see, let's see what else we have, and we may come back to this. But the steepness of the line, euro, Great Britain, pound. Well, you know what? Tell you what, let's just take a quick look before we discount it. Euro, Great Britain, pound. So I want to see what the 2 and the 4 hour charts are doing. All right, so here we've got a situation like before. On that trade that we lost on Tuesday, where it's been overbought here for 6 hours or 12 hours. So since it's been overbought, we're going to pass. We're just going to pass. So I didn't like this, but this is saying stay away. So let's keep going. Well, so this is Australian yen. Overbought going up, so we're not going to take it. Also, at this time of day, it's in the middle of the evening in both of these markets. So off of a 1 hour chart, we generally don't want to trade. But there's something happening because we got this big jump here. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross, so 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down, supporting the sell signal, dotted blue coming up, so 3 of the 4 here. Up pressure that's starting to roll with red on top, so a point here. So euro, Canadian, dollar, now, notice the slope difference here versus here. So this is steeper, so I like this better. So let's take a look and see what the 2 and the 4 hour are showing us. So euro, Canadian dollar. It's been hanging out up here for 12 hours. And it's been hanging out here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's been hanging up here almost the whole day, 20 hours. I really like it better when it's just gone up and it's going to turn around. So hanging up here, but we are overbought on all the time periods here. Overbought on all the time periods, and it's starting to roll on the 4, starting to roll on the 8, starting to roll on the 12. So let us take a look. Let's. The next step would be to see what it's worth. So to see what it's worth, I want to take a look at a clean chart. So let's just pull up a clean chart. And I want to know where the support and resistance is. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to just draw those in. On a Euro USD, these lines tend to be about 30 to 40 pips apart. So you can see it stopped in here, and it stopped in here. By clustering up the lines, that gives me more data points to drop the support and resistance in. Seems to stop in here a little bit, in here, right here, here, here. And that's 44.52 to 44.80. So that's about 30 pips right there. The trend, I'm going to open this up in just a second, but the last 2 days it's been going up. Here's an uptrend. Here's a downtrend. I want to know what the trend is because that's going to impact how many pips I want to take. So I am trading against the trend, and I want to know how much distance I have between where we're at now. So I've got 6, 7 pips up. And about 20 pips down. $16 pips. $11 pips. Let's just go back and look at this signal one more time. So I am distinguishing this, even though I just said when we were looking at the Tuesday's trade that I don't like this. What makes this different is the 8, the 12, and the day are all overbought too. On that other trade, all of these were going up. They were in the channel and going up. Since these are all extended, this is going to turn. So I think we can get 10 pips here. So let's go ahead and take we're going to take a 10 pip trade. You can take it in your simulator. I like it enough. We're going to open up file. This is a demo account, a new chart. It is going to probably be in this third group. We want Euro, Canadian dollar right here. Going to make it a 1 hour. I am going to go to new order. Lot size is going to be, this account has, come on. This account has 0.6700 in it. If I move this decimal place over, I could go to 0.67. So I can go from anywhere of half of that, 0.32 or 0.33, to double that 1.3. I'm going to keep it at 1 because this is the only trade we're going to take this morning. I'm going to do market sell. I'm going to right click on it, go to modify order, and we're going to take 10 pips. 10 pips is 100 points. If I click this little blue button here, it does the math for me. We're going to use a 3-to-1. So if we're going for 10 pips, we'll use a 30 pip stop loss, which is 300 points. Click here. And so we took a sell on the euro Canadian dollar with a take profit of 1.44638, 1.44638, stop loss of 1.45039, 1.45039. I expect this to close within 3 hours. So I think we're good. I think we'll be able to carve that out. Let's just go back and take a look at the signal one more time. All right, so it's starting to come down into the channel, coming down. I think we'll be good on this. And again, this situation, normally, I just said that I don't like that this is hung up here for a long time, but all of these are. And when we looked back at if we go back to our replay of the trade from the other day, I changed it. It was, what was it? The Euro Great Britain pound. On Tuesday. Come on. On Tuesday at 6:55. What's going on here? Hold on a second here. What was Tuesday's trade? Tuesday's trade was Euro Swiss franc. So I didn't like this, or I said this was probably the culprit. But over here on the 8, the 12, and the day, this is just saying that there's a lot more up. Whereas on the trade that we just took, all of these were oversold. So we are going to go with that. All right, gang, thanks so much for joining me. Again, I'm really honored that people tune in and watch this early in the morning. If you want to learn to trade, these tools are the best that are out there. Our training is very good. I invite you to test it out and see, and we'll show you how doable this is. It's changed my life. It'll change yours. Thanks so much. We'll see you next Monday at 3:30. Bye-bye.